style-wise, it's not really too much different now. So the difference is, for example, the exterior is what type of material you're using, right? So stone, precast, ACM, those considered as high-end materials, even natural stone, right? And for example, if you have a modern house, you want aluminum window because they can give you a larger openings. So those also considered as high-end material. It's really not about the style because you can see on the street now some of the traditional house, they have a huge windows like modern house. So we call it more like a transitional style. So it's really the material driven the total cost. For example, the house in Willowdale area. So let's say today's cost is like 350 plus minus 10% cost per square foot. But in Willow Pass or Forest Hill, some really high-end houses will be like 700, 900 per square foot. Those are the interior elements are different items, right? So because, for example, I'll give you a very straightforward example, like a faucet. It starts from 200 bucks, a very nice faucet with a good brand, up to like 20,000, right? Golden faucet. So material and items is the major influence the cost of the house. Yeah. To build a house, you need lots of people to involve in this whole process. From the beginning, well, you need a realtor to find the land, right? To buy the land. And then second, you need a surveyor to prepare the survey for your house. And then the third, if you need anything, you want to cut a tree. For example, some tree is in your backyard, you need to remove those trees in order to build a new house. You need an arborist to have the arborist report to apply to cut those trees. And then for sure you need an architect. They can design the building. And then for building permit, architectural drawing is only part of it. So you also need mechanical engineer to design the HVAC drawings, HVAC design. And for sure you need a structure engineer to design the structure. And you need an interior designer because interior design is very, very important for a custom home because with the interior design, you know what the house looks like inside because 90% of the time you stay inside, not from the street looking at your house, right? And also with the interior design, it's easier to control the budget because everything you know what you select, right? After that, you need a construction team. Within the construction team, you need a good construction manager. So the scope of work for construction manager is you can arrange all the trade. You need, I would say, like 20 to 30 trade to build a house. For example, excavation, foundations, framings, roofing, insulation, everything. Those are different companies. So the construction manager is the one to manage those different companies, different trades to build this house. Those are the major people that you need to build a house. In some extreme condition, for example, your house is within conservation area. Some of the nice lots with a forest or a creek behind your backyard is nice. But remember, you're gonna wait for much longer time for building permit. And also you need additional consultant. For example, you may need civil engineer sediment control plans, like soil report, geotechnical report. Those things gonna be additional. Let's say if your land is in the conservation area. So those are the major people you need to hire to build a house. For the timeline for a custom home, let's say your house doesn't need to go to company adjustment. It's like from design and then from building permit and then build it. Usually the design phase takes around, let's say 7 months. Because your architect need to draw a schematic design first. Usually it takes like 2 weeks or 3 weeks. And then you guys need to talk about it, right? So the design may change several times. And then once he finalized the schematic design, then he can start preparing building permit. The building permit, once the architect finished the architectural building permit, he need to distribute the drawings to other engineer to prepare their drawings, for example, structure and HVAC. So, and then after that, they submit the building permit. Usually for building permit, you wait around 2 months in Ontario, average. So total time is around 6 or 7 months, okay? For construction, usually for, let's say for a 3,500 to 4,000 square foot house, it takes around 12 months to build it. So in total, it's like 12 months plus 7 months, okay? A year and 7 months. That's for the case you don't go to company adjustment.